Merry Christmas, everyone. All right, so we have a very interesting episode. It's what happens when AI goes wrong. An introduction. All right, AI powers our phones, our cars, and even the weather forecast we check before heading out the door. Even in gaming as well. It promises speed, efficiency, and insight at the same time better than what any human could provide. However, as we race to automate, we're running into a stubborn fact. Machines make mistakes too. And some of the times those mistakes are to form harmless. However, sometimes it causes harm in a drastic sense. Patterns largely fail to detect the localized extreme rainfall that caused the chaos. Experts say AI still struggle with out-of-sample events, such as outliers, or just no sample at all. Like, let's say perfect pitch, there's not enough samples. Rare disasters that haven't happened before, force majeure, and these aren't present in the data AI needs the system used to learn. I mean, I don't do weather, but, this is what the article was saying. The hopeful improvement, but it's U.S. federal investment in weather AI faces budget cuts. The gap between what AI promises and what it actually delivers might not close anytime soon. All right, so now we move on to insane errors in mental health institution case. This is what I want to talk about. Language barriers are tough, especially for people seeking asylum. Increasingly, what asylum can mean, like political asylum, or what I mean is a mental health asylum, right? Doesn't mean that you have mental health issues. It just means that you might go through some shit. Anyways, okay, these tools sometimes make just mistakes that can upend lives. Because the person speaks only one language, the potential harm mistakes and errors to go uncourt is really, really high. Once a researcher from the Center of Democracy and Technology. For example, name translated as month of the year, time frames get scrambled, and the entire story gets distorted. In one case, a Brazilian asylum seeker, crucial documents were so badly mangled by an AI app that he was denied release from detention from the asylum, whether it's a political asylum or it's a mental health asylum. It didn't say. No, that's what I want to say, because my EMR was sold on the black market. Somebody actually attended my neurological session because they wanted my EMR record to state that I'm schizophrenic, which I'm definitely not. But it's on a police report. Now, that police report gets used, right? Like on the sentence, it'll say, maybe a mental health issue, whatever, as a summary. And it will say, Jenna is diagnosed with schizophrenia, bipolar, and delusion. And then the cops will use that as a future, reference to my reports, when I get drug and rape and all that. And that's when I think it's done. So, in a way, it is discrimination. Not in a way. In ways, it is discrimination. Even if I am schizophrenic, let's say, the outcome should not change. They should still investigate. But no, they didn't, because they said that in some of the reports, it states that we suspect Jenna was misleading the police and calling 911. Like, these are something that AI could fix. But the harm has been done. And now I don't know what to do. So, all right, let's keep going. All right, human translated later discovered the application was full of insane mistakes in capital letter. Example includes reverse sentences, wrong city names, wrong file, and report being placed in the wrong person's profile. Mine does. The suspect was white and she was shoplifting, and it was in my police report. What the fuck? And that form that was sent to the court says the lawyer, and aren't just embarrassing glitches. So I guess it's not political asylum, it's actual like mental health asylum. They can mean differences between safety, deportation. Okay, maybe it is, as well as wrongful diagnosis and future harm, like what I have. Fake cases in the courtroom, another funny one. Legal professionals are turning to AI for research interacting. Bad. It was already automated already, and it's already causing problems. But as a Canadian lawyer learned, the risks are very real. During a child custody case in Canada, the lawyer used ChatGPT to find supporting case laws. What do you expect coming up? But 2 of the cases ChatGPT provided were entirely made up. The lawyer, unaware, and I guess he didn't check for the sources to make sure that it is, legit, submitted them to the court. Opposing counsel couldn't find any record of the cases like what I have. Fingerprint match. Fingerprint. How'd you get my fingerprint? And match to what? Right? Like, what the fuck? And the error led to wasted time and an official investigation. They had no idea that the 2 cases could be errors, the lawyer said. Wrote to the court as reported by the Guardian newspaper. After my colleague pointed out the fact that these could not be located, I did the research of my own and could not detect the issue either. I had no intention to mislead the opposing counsel or the court and sincerely apologize for the mistakes I've made. So that's a good lawyer. But this is what ChatGPT hallucination is. All right? So I talked about miscarriage of justice that could happen. And this is directly from the article that is from a proper source, as well as ChatGPT. So, since the court found no intent to deceive, I'm not even talking about myself anymore. But the judge warned that unchecked AI use can cause miscarriages of justice in bold letters. And it's extremely dangerous, like what my police report has stated, that I had schizophrenia, bipolar, and delusion. All right, this is also sexually dangerous because in the subsequent police report that I have made, due to this wrongful discrimination as well as falsified and totally untrue statement of my mental health issues, which started only after my friend suicided right in front of me from my own balcony that I had to stay for there and play it over and over again in my head. The police didn't take any rape cases seriously for over 9 years now. I blame it on the police as well as cybercrime as well as ransomware and all that. As I said again and again, before any data analytics or automatic systems, let alone AI-powered softwares, it needs human intervention to ensure the data is pumped out correctly and pumped in correctly to have the actual accurate enough outcome in the first place. In my case, that is not true. I'm still fighting for amendments in my police reports. All right. Lastly, let's finish hallucinations in healthcare. So, hallucination is not hallucination, but ChatGPT hallucination or AI hallucination, which means that it comes out, it gives you wrong information that is untrue. A growing concern, but that is the person who read it, who reported it, is not aware that it is untrue. That's what hallucination is. A growing concern looms in healthcare via hallucination. This is a term for when AI system confidentially generate false, misleading, or entirely fabricated information. According to a review from BHM Healthcare Solutions, AI hallucinations in healthcare can lead to incorrect diagnosis and treatment recommendation of other dangerous outcomes, like mine. Not my doctor's fault, but the police's fault. Like, show me a fucking report that I'm schizophrenic. Go ask my doctor if I'm schizophrenic or bipolar. You made me bipolar. Okay, that's what the police did. Bipolar symptoms. Especially when I have emotional dysregulation already. It can be mistakenly as, bipolar. As manic, like, Claire Danes portrays in Homeland. Sometimes I feel like that, but, it's not a problem. While AI can be a powerful tool, doctors and nurses cannot afford to blindly trust every computer-generated suggestions. Therefore, human oversight is not only important, life-saving, but critical. Sorry, this video is 10 minutes long. It's a Christmas special. Thank you for listening, and Merry Christmas. Happy holidays.